Hi everybody, I'm Ben, and I'm 14. I have a very special thing about me, which is my height. It's only 150 centimeters. I've always been the shortest person among peers. And since my mom is of medium height, I think it was my dad who gave me short genes. I wanted to be taller so badly. Since childhood, I've been humiliated by kids around me. Since my very first day at school. When we were told to line up, everyone could see how short I was. I was standing at the beginning of the row, listening to mockery. They all thought I was a little wimp. Boys didn't want to accept me and become friends. The first day was awful, just as all other days. I did my best to make friends, but always failed. I was so lonely, and there was only one reason: my height. I absolutely hated it. It felt unbearable to be an object of continuous humiliation. Every day after school, I would lock myself in my room and cry. It was going through hard times. My parents saw the situation and tried to be supportive, but could they do anything about my height? I didn't want to go to school anymore. For me, it was a place where they made me suffer and feel pathetic. But Mom and Dad wouldn't allow me to skip classes. I still did, once every 3 days. And it was my secret. I would take my backpack and leave home early, heading to the library or just the streets. Once, I saw an ad about basketball training. Why don't I get enrolled, I thought. As a small kid, I was watching basketball matches and would every time get excited and inspired. But will they accept me? I had to check that. I entered the building, found the trainer, and asked him that question. He looked at me with disdain and said I didn't meet the height requirements. That made me feel miserable. The next day, I had a talk with our class supervisor, the only person who understood me. He joined us a few weeks ago. He asked why I'd missed classes, and I told the truth. He gave me a kind smile and shared his history. Before his 6th grade, he used to be short too, but he never thought it was a barrier in life. On the opposite, he believed that his height gave him zest. No one would pick on him, as they realized it didn't make any sense. The truth is that eventually he grew tall, but that's a different story. Anyway, he accepted his height and was proud of it. He also added that height didn't really matter, and something that really mattered was personality. These words deeply touched me, and we gave each other a hug as if we were best friends. He said I could go home and rest, but only if I promised not to skip school anymore. It was a done deal. That conversation made me change my attitude towards my height. I tried to accept it, and my supervisor guided me in my efforts to doing everything he could to help. Things were so easy with him. He wouldn't allow anyone in class to make fun of me. And when he learned about my dream of playing basketball, he told me I should get enrolled. I told him I'd been previously refused because of being short. He promised to fix things up, only if I decided. He was expecting real action on my side to overcome my fears. That's what he taught me. The time has come, and I agreed. I told my parents about my plan, and they said it was great. On the same day, I went off to my first training. I was scared to death. Believe in yourself, the supervisor said. Keeping his words in my mind, I tried not to lose courage, but to try harder and harder. Finally, having a strong desire and being persistent, I began to demonstrate good results. Soon, I became an excellent player and got rid of my shorty complex. Back then, I realized the real problem wasn't my height, but my attitude. Share your stories in the comments about what it felt like to have taller classmates.